What is up, guys? You got NotTheWorst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and today we're taking a look at the Global Lab update for September 11th. We've got a ton of PvE awakening buffs to classes, so we'll definitely get into that and some other really interesting changes as well. So we'll jump in and check those out. If you want to check the Google translated notes, they are linked in the description below, or these very handy manually translated notes from Black Desert Foundry. They have put it together once again for us, so they look absolutely incredible. So we'll go ahead and check this out since it makes a whole lot more sense than your Google Translate does. But if you do want the original, it is available as well down in the description. First up, we've got a character swap / tag changes. This is essentially a way to, I guess we'll call it soft reroll, although you're not permanently changing it. So you can essentially tag your character, and using this this item or a number of these items, Marnie's Unstable Fuel, your character will actually roll its it will take its weapons and make them usable for the other character. You can see in the tag example here, we've got a warrior to a sorceress. It costs you 3% of the cost of the total weapons. The amount of Marnie's Unstable Fuel needed is determined by calculating approximately 3% of the total central market price of the 3 weapons plus the Caphras enhancement level as well. What does that mean? If it costs if it costs market price 20 billion, 3% of that is going to be 600 million. So you would pay that cost in order to be able to do it, and you can switch those between the two characters. So you're actually able to use these weapons without a full-on reroll coupon to do it. When they're switched, you can't sell them. You can't sell a warrior sword as a Sork amulet when it's switched over. They're completely unsellable, and it also can't be used on the Shy Soul items as well. This is on the Global Lab, so to make it easier to test out this transfer function for now, they're just having a cost of 2 billion silver to use it instead of having to get the Marnie's Unstable Fuel while they get it tested out, and then we're going to see some feedback on that. This I expect to probably not hit live servers just because the way they introduced it for some time. This will likely go through a bit of testing. Also, it makes me curious about how many people are going to have Witch Wizard alts for Siege type content just tagged over from their main character, and all of a sudden everyone and their mom is now a witch and wizard because you can just click a button and a little bit of silver chunked over to convert it, at least temporarily. We've got some new ship crystals available. There's an item, Liberation Stone, that can be worn on large ships that has been added. The higher grade of Liberation Stone, the better the stats are applied to the ship. You can see, of course, we've got different grades: white, green, blue, and yellow, which obviously we're familiar with these different grades. Equipping a ship crystal will increase one of the 8 types of the ship stats: movement speed, acceleration, turning, brake, weight, durability, increased damage to sea monsters, increased damage to other steps. Obviously, you can obtain higher gemstones using simple alchemy. And then it's got the recipes available for us as well. We had some changes to the tier 10 horse put together. We get a nice little picture here, which looks really cool. Similar to the Black Pegasus, but it's also got this red accent along with it, which looks really awesome. So to attempt it, you first need 1 male and 1 female, which we knew. Then you're going to use Turan's fruit to attempt the dream process. It can be produced by processing reward items from Horse Imperial Delivery, horse racing, daily quest reward, and cannot be bought from the central market. 2 Ardonats that have succeeded in dreaming are reborn in exchange for 1 Dream Ardonat. The horse is born with all the skills born in Ardonat and those born in dreams. Birth skills do not disappear when you reset growth, and 2 of them who have failed in their dreams can be recovered at any time. Also, you can retry your dreams by using the Turan's fruit again at any time. We have some red battlefield changes. The locations at the entrance to the Black Desert Red Desert Army on the base map of the red battlefield has been changed so that you can enjoy the battle on the red battlefield under the same conditions as possible. Then also for the new one that's on the Global Labs, the Garmoth's Nest, we had some changes there. On Garmoth's Nest, Garmoth randomly attacks adventurers using fire attacks whilst flying and fire breathing. The Garmoth Statue of Disaster in the middle of the battlefield has been removed. 5 minutes after starting, the size of the pots located throughout the battlefield has been changed to increase, and the effect has been improved to make it more visible. The jump power increase buff that could interfere with the battle when acquired has been removed. In Red Battlefield, NPCs and pots for obtaining buffs have been added to 3 places, so you can be resurrected for each team in Garmoth's Nest battlefield. We have some sea monster changes as well. The Old Moon Rescue Corps have reported that the Goldmont pirates are expanding their forces to the seas of Vadabin near the port of Rat and attacking the trade ships in and out of Port Rat. The Port Rat Marine Guard is recruiting skilled navigators to clear the Goldmont pirates. When you defeat these pirates, there's a chance that they will issue a warning. When the alert falls, a Goldmont battle commander appears nearby. The battleship receives support from nearby pirate ships depending on the battle situation. If you defeat the outlaws in the sea, you can acquire Furia Caravel Gallia ship equipment, crafting items, and heavy sailing ship extension material items as you loot. And when you defeat these pirates, you get more sailing experience as well. More than the existing Goldmont pirates that are there as well. For some content updates, racing horse racing has been changed as follows. Distance and speed are pushed when using drift has been changed to increase in proportion to the distance when driving. Instantaneous acceleration speed used after drifting has been changed to be proportional to the speed of the previous driving, and the acceleration at low speed has been increased, and the acceleration at high speed has been reduced. Lavinia's cousin, has arrived at Port Rat across the ocean. You can purchase a variety of ocean-related items. Shikatu, the head of Shikatu, hired Exchange Director Lenka in his territory. Calphion's Xian, Upper, and Velia's Bartali farm have begun providing housing for adventurers. Rumors are spreading throughout Grana that Marnie stones were sold and rumored to be in some hunting grounds in Kama Sylvia, notably Polly's Forest, Navern Steppe, and Mansham Forest as well. Couple of quest updates. Rumors about Fugar distributing a book containing his secrets for adventurers who finish their journey on the season server and start a new adventure on the regular server. If you go to Fugar with a character who's graduated from the season server and converted to a regular character, you can receive an order for graduation support, Fugar's Secret to Success. When you complete this quest, you receive a book containing Fugar's Secret. This quest can only be performed once per family. Some UI updates, and then the big news here, the class changes. So let's go ahead and get into each class and see what we've got. These are pretty much across the board PvE Awakening buffs, mostly damage, but there's a few other tweaks as well. So first up here, we have Sork for it. Turnback slash was increased at maximum here. Previously 789 on the last hit damage, is now 1065 on both the hit damage and last hit damage as well. Soul Harvest from 720 up to 1008. And as the number of PvE hits for Turnback slash 3 and Soul Harvest increases, a phrase to reduce the number of hits during PvP has been added as well. Blade of Darkness from 468 up to 936 on the final hit. Absolute Bloody Calamity from 1074 up to 1396, times 6 in the absolute, and then the active After Night Crow will be 5 hits on that. Number of PvE hits of the following skills has been increased by 1 hit. First and second hits of Dead Hunt, general and charging hits of Grim Reaper's Judgment, Absolute Shadow Eruption, and as the number of PvE hits increases, again, a phrase for reducing the hits in PvP has been added. Following skills have been improved so that linkage is activated faster. Dark Blade after using Shadow Leap and Soul Harvest skills. Dead Hunt skill after using the Soul Harvest skill. Violation and Scythe Training, lateral moving hits, Shadow Leap, and Soul Harvest skills. Other skills after using the Grim Reaper's Judgment. Bug where the number of hits of Violation was applied differently depending on the attack direction has been corrected. Bug of not consuming shards even though there are 10 or more shards of darkness when using the Shadow Leap skill among Violation has been corrected. The attack range of Karshan's Nightmare skill has been increased and the damage has been changed to be more accurate. Activation speed of Karshan's Nightmare has been increased. Cooldown of Karshan's Nightmare 4 skill has been reduced from 45 seconds to 25. When using the Grim Reaper's Judgment skill, if there is a Shard of Darkness, it's been improved to use the Shard of Darkness to perform additional charge hits immediately. Next up, we have Tamer here. PvE damage has been increased on Absolute Bolt Wave from 604 to 725, and Absolute Flash from 941 to 1129. The PvE damage of the following skills has been increased, and number of hits has been increased by 2 hits in both PvE and PvP. For Absolute Flash Stance Shift, hit damage from 736 times 2 is now 1030 times 4, and Absolute Flash Pole Thrust 1248 times 2 to 1248 times 4. PvE damage of the following skills has been increased. Garuda from 931 up to 1397. Flow Full Moon from 863 to 1036. And as the number of PvE hits for this has been increased, they also have a note that it is decreased in PvP as well. Legendary Beast Dance 4 from 921 times 7 to 1036 times 5. PvE damage amount of Prime Bolt Wave 4 has been changed from 725 up to 798. The attack range of the following skills has been changed to be more accurate. Additional hit of these prime skills, Lightning of Earth, Jolt Wave, and Hailing Whiplash. Activation speed of the following skills has been increased. This is also prime skills, Lightning of Earth, Jolt Wave, and Hailing Upward Claw. Number of hits applied in the charging action when using the prime Jolt Wave has been changed to be applied in all attack actions, and the attack range of the additional hit of prime Jolt Wave has been increased as well. Muso, some PvE updates here as well. We have Spinner 4, 758 on first hits and 642 on last was changed to 1061 first hits and 803 on the last hit damage. Twister from 1000 to 1200 with a critical chance of 50%, applies only to monsters though. Flow Foul Play from 1087 up to 1522. Flow Dash Slash has 672, an additional hit damage of 873 up to 840, and then additional hit damage of 1048. The effect of reducing the number of hits during the cooldown time has been removed from the Twister skill. The number of PvE hits for Crust Crusher has been added after using the skills Flow, Backflow, One Step Back, Below the Belt, and Counter Assassination. It has been changed to trigger a series of other actions. The cooldown time of Flow Extra Credit skill has been reduced from 22 seconds to 12 seconds. The summon attack range of the projection skill in Flow Extra Credit has been increased, and after using the Flow Dash Slash skill, it's been improved so that it can be linked more quickly with the Twister skill. Next, we have Valkyrie here. Last hit damage of the Hostilidium skill has been increased. You can see at level 3, it's from 701 up to 1193. The PvE damage of Sacrum Ferret 4 has been increased. At previously 1098, it's now up to 1435. The number of hits per hit of the Sacrum Ferret skill has been increased to 3 hits. The monster pushing effect has been removed when hitting the Sacrum Ferret skill. Critical hit probability has been added to PvE targets in this skill. The attack range of Shield Throw and Absolute on that as well has been increased. The activation speed of the Divine Power skill has been increased. When holding the F key after using the Divine Power skill, an Ultimate Divine Power skill has been improved to activate. When using the F key or right click after using Ultimate Sword of Judgment or Divine Power, the skill has been improved to activate. After using the Ultimate Divine Power skill, the activation speed of the Shield Throw skill has been increased and fixed a bug with the Glaring Slash, and the Absolute version was not exposed to the skill log when linking in certain situations. Now we have Kuno lined up next here. PvE damage of the following skills has been increased. We see Lethal Spin at max level here. 751 on the hit damage with additional. Also at 751, it's now up to 939 in both respects to that. Flow Wrath from 1038 up to 1297. For Flow Chakram Rise from 936 up to 1245. For Chain Crash Chakram from 965 up to 1254. Wheel of Wrath at max from 912 up to 1186. Flow Indignation from 1229 up to 1450. Dance Macabre from 924 up to 1062. The number of hits of Lunatic Discus has been changed as follows. We have 1381 times 1 with a max 11 hits. It's now push damage 1382 times 1, max 3 hits, and a spin strike damage 1382 times 11. Movement speed of Flow Wrath skill before attack has been increased. Attack speed of Lunar Dash skill has been increased. After using Lethal Spin Spree, the speed of linking to Flow Wrath skill has increased. After using Lunar Dash skill, the speed of linking to the Flow Chakram Rise has been increased as well. The bug where the attack animation is unnaturally linked during the use of Lunatic Discus skill has been corrected. Now we have Ninja. The PvE damage of the following skill has been increased. Seamless from 835 up to 1294. However, the damage amount is the same as before when using the Seamless skill during the cooldown time. For Sudden Decapitation, previously 690 at 3 hits, and then 690 as well there. You have a Transition Stance Upward Strike damage at 690 and Transition Stance Downward Strike damage at 690. These are all up to 1173 across the board for each of those. However, the damage amount is the same as before when using it on cooldown as well. Bloodthirst Katana Shower from 1100 and a last hit of 1862 is up to 1485. The last hit remains the same at 1862. For Sura Chaos Spree, 754 and then 1318 at the last hit. It is up to 1055 with the same 1318 last hit damage as well. A 100% critical hit chance that applies only to monsters has been added to Bloodthirst Katana Shower skill. The effect of increasing the critical strike rate of Sura Chaos Spree has been changed as follows. Previously, critical hit chance 40% and last hit critical hit chance of 100%. This is now still 40% and then applies to players only. Critical hit chance 100% and applies to monsters only on that last hit. The speed of the pre-attack action of the following skills has been increased. Flow, Execution, and Sura Chaos Sphere. When using the Sudden Decapitation skill in the Transition Stance, the attack speed of the skill has been increased. The attack speed of Serpent Ascension skill has been increased. And after using Serpent Ascension, the speed of linking to the Flow Execution skill has been increased. Speed of linking Drastic Measure to other skills has been improved after using both ends of the skill. The description of the front guard during charging of Drastic Measure has been changed to match the actual effect, from front guard during charging to super armor during charging. For Witch and Wizard combined here, we have PvE damage of the following skills increased. Absolute Multiple Magic Arrows from 1140 up to 1368. Absolute Residual Lightning from 945 and last hit of 1134 up to 1325 for both. Absolute Fireball Explosion from 954 up to 1192. And for Just Wizard itself, we've got Aqua Gel Explosion up from 650 to 748. Flow Aqua Bomb at 1049 up to 1206. Bolide of Destruction 1049 up to 1339. Chilling Wave from 946 up to 1022. And Hellfire is from 905 up to 996. The attack range that was different for each of the Hellfire skill has been unified to the largest range, and after using Hellfire, it's been improved to smoothly link with the using of Bolide of Destruction, for which specifically we've got Equilibrium Break from 853 up to 1030, Fissure Wave 958 up to 1226, Thunderstorm from 1018 up to 1222, Yoke of Ordeal from 946 up to 1116, Voltaic Pulse from 1167 up to 1400. The attack range that was different for each hit of Equilibrium Break has been unified to the largest range. The activation speed of Thunderstorm skill has been increased and has been improved to smoothly connect when using the Thunderstorm skill after using the Voltaic Pulse skill. Now we've got Dark Knight up next. Some PvE damage increases here. Spirit Hunt at max level here from 931 up to 1163. Twilight Dash goes from 880 with an additional hit of 792 up to 1173 with an additional hit of 1056. Flow Spirit Blaze from 723 up to 1205, and the Flow for Rooted Catastrophe from 1081 is up to 1297 as well. Flow Spirit Blaze has been changed so that it can be used as a skill slot even in Awakening state. You can actually already hotkey that, so that's interesting. The attack speed of the following skills has been increased: Flow Bombardment and Flow Rooted Catastrophe, and the speed of linking the following skills has been increased as well. Activating Spirit Hunt after using the Flow Bombardment, activating Twilight Dash after using Flow Bombardment, after using Seed of Catastrophe into the flow of Seed of Catastrophe skill, and activate other skills after using Trap of Vidir. For Mystic, with some PvE damage increases here, we've got Tidal Burst from 806, and then last hit also of 806. These are up to 1128 now. Rapid Stream from 619 is up to 743. Rising Dragon from 1013 up to 1216. Flow Wave Orb from 576 up to 864. Sea Burial 823 up to 1004. Spiral Torpedo from 701 up to 841. Dragon Shatter 589 with the last hit of 1039 is up to 804 with the last hit of 1240. Then for Succession on this, we've got for Prime Sea Burial, 1045 is up to 1201. Prime Wave Orb is 1308 up to 1439. And Prime Fist Fury has 1106, and that is up to 1383. The number of hits for Prime Roaring Tiger has been added to the damage applied when consuming Martial Spirit Shards. And also the number of hits for Rage Hammer is in the same boat as well. Archer has Uproot 3 from 1203 up to 1430, and Luthragan's Call from 1320 up to 1521%. Guardian, the speed of the pre-attack action of the following skills has been increased. This is Prime Mountain Slam, Prime Boulder Crush, Fierce Disdain, and Prime Black Blood Circle as well. After using the Prime Mountain Slam skill, the speed of linking to other skills has been increased. The linkage speed between the 1-hit and 2-hit attacks of Prime Boulder Crush skill has been increased, and attack speed when using Claw Reveal skill after using a certain skill has been increased. Sturdy Step skill into Beast Demolisher into Black Blood Slaughter skill linkage has been improved to being more natural, and then we have a few things with Hash as well. Description of the pain damage and the description of the Mirage skill has been changed to match the actual effect. In the description of the Hourglass of Defiance, a description has been added to the description of the content in which the Super Armor effect is not applied during the return operation. When using the Ensnaring Sand skill, the damage has been changed so that the damage enters more quickly after placing the main sword in the ground. So, some very interesting updates that we have here coming through. I believe this to just be a particular wave, so if you don't see your class tweaked here, of course there's going to be more coming, and these will be played out a bit on Global Lab before going to the KR servers, and then eventually getting to the other servers after that. So we'll kind of see what other tweaks they make as the weeks continue, and they continue with this rebalancing we've been seeing week to week each week. What do you guys think about these updates? Let me know in the comments down below. Would be interested to hear from you. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button with the bell on so that you get notifications when videos do go live. And if you'd like to catch me playing live, there's also a link to my Twitch page in the description down below. You can head on over there and drop a follow so you get notifications for that. I do stream 6 days a week as well as putting these videos out, so you can definitely come by and check out the stream, especially if you want to see the enhancing that happens on Sundays. With that said, that's going to be it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.